So hey, hello, and welcome to the next episode of the series Making Diablo clone in Common Lisp. And so today I will be making the graphical user interface, or well, just the interface. So of course I wouldn't be making it from scratch. That would take too much time. So I will be integrating my Lisp code with some library that is written in C, and it is actually called Nuclea. So it is kind of popular library. It is used as you can see in some other projects, like I don't know which game this is, but I think it is some maybe even some AAA title. So this is a plain simple C library, and I will be integrating it with my Lisp game. So the problem is, well, the thing is, it is already existing implementation of the bindings of Nuclea to Common Lisp, and it is made by my compatriot Pavel Kradov, who goes by the nickname of Borodast. So he has this library which is called Botch Nuclea. You can find it in Quick Lisp, which is packet manager for Lisp. But the thing is, his library is not compatible with Allegro. So the thing is, to use it with some graphical library like Allegro, you will have to have some code like this one. This is in the repository of Nuclea, and it is quite a bunch of C code. I don't want, no, not this one, that one. So this is quite a bunch of C code I don't want to be re-implementing in Lisp. So the thing is, I will have to also compile it and somehow use it in my Lisp image. So I actually already started the thing, and I already got the simplest demo working. So yeah, the thing for that Botch Nuclea library, well, first of all, it actually uses this dependency which is called Nuclea blob, which is a Lisp system which sole purpose for its existence is just to get the actual binary libraries to the user's machine, and that's not how I would do that. Well, first of all, I don't really commit binary files to my repositories because, well, I think you have to commit just the source files to your repository. But he does, he compiles this stuff by himself for all major operating systems, as you can see, and just puts it into the repository. That's not the approach I wanna take. The approach I want to take is just to compile that library just on the user's machine. So it will be, well, whatever his compiler is able to produce. So yeah, I already started the project. It is yeah, and the second thing about this Borodast's library, Botch Nuclea, is that what was it? What was I talking about? The yeah, I think I forgot. So the first one that he uses binary files and redistributes them, and then yeah, you have to integrate with Allegro. So that's the problem because, well, I'm using Allegro in my game. And yeah, okay, so I already started this library of mine. So it has okay, I'm gonna quickly just go through. So it has this ASD file. It depends on the system ASDF linguist, which I actually just use to have this ability to add a make file, and this make file would actually build the Nuclea library using the C compiler on user's machine. So I have this make file, that one, which actually does that. Yeah, and except that, the actual thing, the actual way how I am using this C code in my Lisp code is by using Swig, SWIG. That's the quite remarkable actually tool to use C libraries in like any language, but well, I'm not using any language, I'm using quite the best language in the world, which is Common Lisp. So yeah, and this Nuclear library of Pavel, it actually uses, well, it uses his own library, but it is kind of fork of CL auto wrap, if I'm not mistaken, and this just well, this is quite troublesome library. So I'm using Swig. It is kind of a tiny bit better, but anyway, yeah, using FFI in Common Lisp even to this day is kind of very painful. And using FFI, and I mean making the bindings for some other libraries. So yeah, I've already taken quite a bit of that pain. I've made sure that this compiles on all major operating systems, on Linux, Windows, and Mac OS. So the only thing left here for me to do is to add missing functions to actual interface to actual this bindings library. So I have this very literal file called interface.i, which is the input for Swig, which is basically like C with some additions. So yeah, and the problem is I wasn't been able to use the nuclear code itself because it was incompatible with some stuff like this one. So they use actually the bit shift for this flex, like one shifted to 0, one shifted to 2, one shifted to 3, etc. Like one shifted to 10. And Swig does not quite know about bit shifts, so it was trying to put this like ++ operator in my Common Lisp code, but it's like C idiom, it will not work there. So yeah, that was a problem, so I had to make this separate file in which I just mainly copy all of the function declarations. So I haven't actually finished with all of the declarations, so I'm gonna just be copying those first. Then hopefully I will make something more interesting. So I was left at, yeah, I'm gonna open the nuclear itself. Yeah, and then after that I think I will just release this bindings library under some liberal license, maybe MIT or something, so that someone, well, anyone using Allegro could use some GUI in his program. So yeah, here are the tree. I think I'm done with the tree. Yeah, the tree, and then group. Yeah, I have groups, I have trees, and then after trees I have buttons, but here, yeah, there's no trees, there are, what, tree? Yeah, list view. So I'm gonna start with that. Do I have to have this struct? I think maybe not. Random count, public and private, geez. List view. Okay, maybe I will just start with the functions and then go with structures later. So yeah, list view. So yes, Swig does not also understand this NK API macro, so I also have to remove that. Okay, so that's the list view, then the widget. And that widget, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to add these states in num, and also these layout states. Valid. Sparkly visible, completely yeah, okay, anyway. So I'm gonna have to replace all of those nkflag macro with the actual numeric values, because, well, again, Swig does not understand those. So yeah, I'm gonna just copy those to the start of the file somewhere here. Oops. Okay, so if I recall correctly, nkflag is just one bit shifted to argument. Yeah. Okay, so I will return. Oops. So where was I? Okay, digit. Come on. Yeah, sure. Probably I should have put some sort of bookmark there. Yeah, and obviously my computer is kinda slow for that. So it has started like the language server for C, which is C-lang D, and that one, well, it eats quite a lot of memory. So, well, yeah, okay, nkflag 1 will be 2, then 1 shifted to 1. So, give me a sec. Just put it here. Come on. So 1 shifted by 1 is 2. Yeah, for this. Okay. So this one is 2. This one is 4 then. And this one is 8. Then 16. 32. And 64. Oops. Will this work for Swig? Just take hover and modify it. Probably it will. Okay, I'm gonna just check out. Where was I? Widget. Yeah, widget. Yeah, so I don't have this yet. Do I? Oh. Okay. Yeah, I don't have. Yeah, here I have the full list. So I've done list view, didn't I? Yeah, I did that. Let's try this out. So that's quite a list to do, but hopefully I will be quick with that. Okay, so yeah, list view. So I think I'm gonna have to check these macro values. So okay, I think the quickest way would be just quick load the system, so it will just recompile, because it calls make on each quick load. So yeah. Oops, something is wrong. The variable nk widget state hover is unbound. Yeah, okay, that's because this file, this Lisp file generated by Swig, it got something wrong, I think. So nk widget state. Oh yeah, that's not good. So defc num. If I just call cffi def cnum with some name, some random name. Do I have the random name as the value? No, I don't. Okay, yeah, that explains things. So I think I will just calculate the value, so that's the logical, or basically I will have just to add it, but anyway. So hover, which is 16, and state modified, which is what, 2, obviously 18. And this one, active, is that even the word? Active? Okay, so this activity, which is 32, and then modified, which is 2. Yeah, obviously 34. Okay, cool. So if I quick load it again, hopefully it will work. Yep, it does work. Alright, so widget. So I'm gonna copy these functions now. Oh, and by the way, I will have to add all of the functions starting from where, well, I've started. That is here, I reckon. I'm gonna have to copy all of those to my package Lisp, so it is correctly imported into the, well, Lisp world. Okay, so I was at widget. Right. So I'm gonna just remove all of those at once. Yep. And yeah, quickly check out if I'm missing some struct or enum declarations. So I think I'm all good. Okay, so the next one after the widget, which I will strike out to, is text. Alright, so I'm gonna mark where my names are all imported again. Okay, so the next one is text. Okay, there's some enum again. Yeah, okay. I wonder if this second enum will work. Yeah, and all of those interface.I think is kind of painful, but well, okay, I'm gonna just quickly demonstrate the problem. So if I, so if I go to Allegro, so if I will just have this nuclear.h like the main library file, and if I will just pass it to Swig with CFF5 flag, because we want CFF5 for the common Lisp, it will just choke on some line because it is not quite compatible with the latest C standard. So that's the problem, and that's because I'm making this awful large file in which I'm mostly just copying all of the function declarations. Yeah, that's the pain I will have to endure. And then again, after each update of the nuclear, I will have to update the nuclear.h file itself, and then I'll have to copy all of this stuff again. Well, not copy from scratch, but well, I will have to check out what changed, and well, yeah, that would be not very comfortable. So again, will this work? I think it wouldn't, but yeah, I will just check out. So I wonder if I quick load again, will it like reload that? Yeah, it does. And yeah, there's the problem with this NK text line middle. Yeah, I will have to calculate the numeric values. So this middle is 0, 10. Okay, look, or how do I make 60 base 16 numbers in Common Lisp? I kind of forgot. Like this? Nope. Or oh yeah, like that. So x8, yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna have to log I or middle, which is 10, x 10, and okay, the first one is left, 1. Okay. So that's 17, and okay, I'm gonna just put like base 10 value, like some dumb person. Okay, so the next one is centered, which is 2, obviously 18, and the next next one is right. 4. That's 20. Oops. 20. Okay. So text. So now I think I will copy text functions. Oh, there's some varargs function. No, I think I will make it without varargs because it is kind of painful to use varargs functions in CFFI of Common Lisp, and anyway Lisp has this awesome format function which is way better than C printf like style functions. So okay, where does that stop? Yeah, that stops there. Oh, they have some functions. Give value float. Which is first? Oh, okay. All right. Key value. What happens here? I'm afraid that I will miss some function in my wrapper library. Label wrap. What does the old label F? Maybe I will just Google the nuclear documentation. Alright, so where's the documentation? Here it is. Okay, so yeah, and documentation for nuclear also misses quite a lot of the functions. So, for instance, if I'll search for that, yeah, I'm finding nothing, and then like NK label, yeah, and this is just the part of some code, so there is no reference for that function. So yeah, the documentation is kinda scarce for that library. But anyway, you have the code for the whole library, so you always can look at the actual code. All right, so I'm gonna be leaving those functions without NK API, of course. Right. So text. Yeah, I'm done with text. Next is button. I already have the button. Come on. Yeah, I do have the button. Right. I'm gonna just somehow mark this is the start. Or maybe just, yeah, maybe I'll just copy all of the stuff right away. So, so I need to export those from the LISP library. So here was it after the tree. So after the tree goes LISP view. All right, and yeah, and then the button. So okay, I'm gonna just do something about all of that stuff. I think I will record some of the first of all list view. I think I'm gonna record some Emacs macro to help me with that stuff. Yeah, right. So how am I gonna approach that? Okay, so I'm gonna just be careful. So record the macro named coup. So I'm gonna remove the first word, then remove this prefix stuff, then go to the parentheses and delete all to the next parentheses, and then delete the semicolon. Then go here, here, and done. So if I replay that, yeah, it kind of works. Nice. But this one have two words, so I'm gonna do that, and then just replay that. Oh no, that does not work. Oh yeah, it does work like it should. The function is actually called digit. So yeah, here again two words. Right. So in the next functions it will work just fine. And I'm gonna just replace this one, this comment with this, and this one. Those are weird names, but yeah, anyway. And I'm gonna replace the underline with dash. So underline with dash global. Okay. Oh yeah, and also I almost forgot the sharp sign and the column. So I'm gonna just go this and do that. Okay, and final touch, the tabulation. Nice. Oh, I have this for comments. I don't want that. Alright, so I'm done with these two sections. I'm gonna just quick load my system again, just to check that everything is fine. So declare Allegro. Yep, all works. Nice. Okay, so where was I? I've done button just this morning, so I think I'm gonna go here. So okay, I need what I need, declare.h. Here we go. So I've done with the button, and now I need checkbox. Okay, so this one will be easy. No enums or any stuff like that. I use some checkbox. Yeah. And then I'm gonna have to test all of that stuff in my example application to see if that actually works. Alright, so check label, context, blah blah blah, yeah, all good. Alright, so the next one is radio button, also quite trivial. Radio button. Oops, no, the other way. Alright, so the next one is selectable. So here we go. Yeah, all of that work is kinda trivial, but it is tedious. So I have to do this crap, this copying and pasting, and that's the consequence of the fact that Common Lisp by the year 2020 does not have a proper way to like automatically generate bindings. You have to always make those by yourself. But then again, there are not many languages in which the bindings generation is kinda automatic or something. So yeah, that's the hard stuff. Alright, so I think I'm done with selectable. Oh, do I have this NK symbol type? NK symbol type. Oh, I do have that. Okay. So that was selectable. Now slider. Also quite trivial. Slider. Okay, so now the progress bar. Then just two functions. And they are not even differ too much. Oh, they do differ in that second argument, which is pointer for the first one. Okay, so yeah, progress bar, no. Color picker, wow. Nuclea has a color picker. I didn't know that. Oh, hello, Uncle Bugsy. What is it about destruct? Do you mean the these structs that Nuclea defines? In that case, Swig automatically generates the destructs for me. Well, at least for the structures that I defined here in this .i file. About generating bindings. Okay, can you please elaborate a little? Because what I meant about the automatic generation is that you are kind of good in Common Lisp with the if you have a couple of functions, you just manually write these defc function forms and you're good to go. But if you have like several thousands of functions, or maybe some hundreds, like for this Nuclea library, you're in trouble because you either have to write it again manually, and this will take like a shitload of time, and it is prone to errors, or you have to resort to some sort of automatic generation, but all of the tools for automatic generation of the bindings for Common Lisp actually suck. Swig just, to my taste, sucks less, a little bit less. Then there's this horrific CL auto wrap library, which generates like a crap load of some files for different architectures, and you have to commit all of those files. And this is just basically some shitty JSON, and that's just. So I think I'm okay with Swig. So okay, I was at color picker, then properties. I think I have properties here. Oh, I've also had double define all this radio button thing here. Yeah, okay, no problem. So radio button. Okay, so now I have properties. So I think I'm gonna go again with package.lisp and just copy those there. Okay, so package lisp checkbox. What? No, I was at button, and then after button goes all of that stuff. And also I've removed radio button. I'm gonna just add it again. And also, yeah, we comment about checkbox here. So I'm gonna be trying to be smart about that. So first I'm gonna replace this C style comment with Lisp comment. Yeah, it works. Then I'm gonna just, I think, launch my macro, which I recorded in Emacs. Yeah, that one. So it will work, I think, for the most of those functions. I wonder if there is a way to launch some macro in Emacs with just one button, because as you can see on that left, I'm pressing this how do you call that, @ symbol twice, and I wonder if there's a way to just press some button once. Okay, so now I'm gonna replace the snake case with kebab case. I think that's the names. So that one with that one. Okay, and I'm gonna just tabulate and insert this sharp sign column. Okay, so this is relatively easy, but again tedious. Oh, what am I doing? Oops, no. Yep. All right. Just go manually here. Oops. All right. So color picker, then properties. So I have to go back, blah blah blah. Color picker, then properties. Okay. So I'm gonna just remove this here. I don't value selectable slider. Purple color picker. Oops, nope. Okay, I'm just not gonna be looking at that comment. Okay, so I've stopped at what? At properties. So properties, and after that, yeah, extend. All right, and I'm gonna insert a mark for myself to go back here and add those afterwards to package.lisp. Okay, yeah, here are some enums with NK flag again, of course. Oh jeez. I think I'm sounding like Morty from Rick and Morty. Yeah. So 0, then NK flag of 0 is 1, then 2 here. Oh god, this is so painful. So 4, then 8, 16, 32, 64. Sweet Jesus. Maybe if I'll just block remove those, it will be a bit easier. Just remove altogether. Yeah. Yeah, I got it right because the last one was 11 and 2 to the power of 11 is this 2048. Okay, so all this insert mode 512. Edit simple. Okay, I'm gonna do lock IR. Edit simple. Where is it? Oh yeah, 512. Then edit selectable 32 and edit clipboard 64. Okay. 608. Now that one. I hope I'm not mistaken somewhere in those numbers. I sincerely hope that. Okay, so always insert mode is 512, then edit selectable, where is it? 32, and then edit multi-line is 124, and then edit allow tab is 8, and then edit clipboard is 64. Oops, nope, not that. 1640. And this last one. Edit selectable 32, and multi-line, where is it? 124, and then allow tab. I already had that in previous case. Oh, edit selectable. Am I missing? No, I'm not missing always insert mode. Do I? Yep, all good. 8, so where was I? 8 is allow tab, and then edit clipboard 64. Oh jeez. Okay. Hello. Yeah, it will be kinda. So okay, probably I forgot to actually demonstrate that the very basic demo works. So yeah, I'm gonna just finish with that and demonstrate that. So okay, 0 is 1, and then again I'm gonna remove all those. The last one is 4, so it will be 16. Oops, I haven't meant that. Yeah, 16. So 2, 4, 8, 16. Okay, so where was I? Will it wanna be load this time? Yeah, I think it will. So I'm gonna just quickly check if it still works after my changes. Yeah, it. Oh no, it does not. Proc. Oh, that's a problem. Okay, so some name of some function is actually prob, which is kind of reserved name in common Lisp. Yeah, for progress bar. So yeah, I'm gonna just comment that for now. Oh, so the problem actually is that it can't load the interface.lisp, isn't it? Or what is the problem? Yeah, just test it again. Blah 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 blah. Interface. Yeah, exactly. So this will not work. I will have to actually comment that here. Oh god, how this is painful. NK raw. Yeah, that one. Okay, so I'm gonna think about that later, and I'll just leave a comment. So it clashes with raw. Alright, oh, why is it in different color? Okay, never mind. So now it should quick load. Yeah, it does. And then my actual example. So I have this example code that is like basically just one-to-one this Allegro example code. It just shows all of the demo stuff in using Allegro. So if I quickly run that, how do I run this B? Okay, so it actually runs and it works. So this is the simple nuclear demo. It also should have several more windows, but I'm still working on that. So as you can see, it works. So I can like press all of these different things. I can resize the window. I can close it. It will open again. I can like minimize that, or how do I pronounce it? Minimize. I can click the button and it will produce some side effect of printing button pressed. So if I just manage my window manager like that, go there. So if I click that, as you can see, it just immediately prints the stuff. So the basic demo is works, and what I want is to actually port all of other functions. So right now there are just basic functions for buttons, these radio buttons, and that's all. So I'm just porting all of those C functions from Nuclear to my binding library. Yeah, so proc is a problem. I'm gonna get back to that later, I think. Or can I actually? Yeah, I'm gonna just think about that later. I'm gonna just open source all of that library and then just release it under some liberal license. So before doing that, I will just cut this rough edges. So yeah, text edit. Nuclear.h text edit. Here we go. So now the simple part, the functions. Well, I'm just started at, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna remove MK API. Yeah, why it is. Yeah, okay. Oh, what is NK plugin filter? Okay, plugin. Oh, there's some function, some callback function. Will it work for Sweek? I don't actually know. I'm gonna just try. Where do we find after the response? Here. Yes, right after this. So will it work like that? So it does work. Okay, nice. And what does Sweek generate for me for that stuff? So okay, no, plugin filter. Oh, okay. So this plugin filter stuff, this callback was argument for some function for the this one, okay, edit string. So if I search for edit string functions, oh, pointer. But you know what? It actually makes sense because I'm okay in just raw pointer because CFFI can convert callbacks to pointers. So I think I don't even need this def probably. So this yeah, nk edit string pointer. So last argument nk plugin filter. Yep. So pointer. Okay. If I quick load it again, it will call make again, and Sweek will just regenerate this file. So okay, come on. Edit file. Was it edit file? No, it was edit string. So pointer, yeah, I'm okay with pointer. Right, so the next one, the next block, oops, the next block here. Okay. So the next block is chart. Wow, Nuclea also has a chart. That's nice. I wonder how can I use that in my Diablo clone. Do you actually have charts in ARPGs? Don't think so. But anyway, to have a chart is nice, and still I have to have a complete binding to Nuclea library. So yeah, the chart. Alright, so what is here? Oh, it even has this function pointer argument. I wonder how Sweek will work with that, and also some enums. So yeah, chart, at least chart type, and then yeah, that's it, chart type. So chart type, here we go. After button behavior here. Okay. Yeah, I'm kinda familiar with Bodge. I was talking about that at the beginning of the stream, and it's kind of nice library, and it's made by my compatriot, but still it's not quite the thing I can use, because to use it with liballegro you have to have this, like I was just showing that, just give me a second. You have to have some glue between Nuclea and Allegro, or anyway the library you use for rendering, like SDL or OpenGL or whatever. And this glue code for Allegro is actually here, and it's quite a bunch of C code. So I don't want to to translate that to Common Lisp. It will be quite painful. So I'm just going right through, and I'm just compiling that into the actual dynamic library with all of the other Nuclea stuff. So yeah, that's my approach. So what I'm doing here, this library I'm going to release in open source, that's just the glue between Nuclea and Allegro to be used in Common Lisp. So that's kind of that. Okay, so chart type, I think I'm gonna quick load that to test. Yeah, it works. Alright, so what function, where was I? Chart, yeah, come on. Yeah, here we go. So pop-up. Up is kind of simple. I don't, oh yeah, here are some enums I can see. So here we have NK pop-up type, and that's it. Right. Oh, that's simple. Right. So okay, blah blah blah. Yeah. So the next one after the pop-up. Oops. Nope. Wait. Next one is Combobox. And that's quite a lot of functions here. Okay. Combobox. To use ACL at work with a local breakage with other libraries. I wonder what ACL is. I'm gonna just quickly Google. Is it access control list? No, I don't think it's access control list. Oh, Allegro. Okay. The breakage with other libraries. That's interesting. Could you tell more if you can? What are those other libraries, if that's not a secret? And also, by the way, I think the work where you should use Allegro is probably the kind of work I want to be having. But yeah, anyway, I'm just doing some websites for the living. Okay, so where was I? In context. Yeah, I wonder if this callback stuff is working properly. So if I just quick load that. Alright, I need interface.lisp, and here I want to look at Combobox callback. Callback. Oh. I think. Oh. That's kind of, it actually is fine. So the first argument is context, and the second one is this function pointer. So the second, yeah, pointer. So it kind of fits. Yeah, it works. Nice. Okay, so I'm done with Combobox, and then abstract Combobox. That's interesting. I wonder how it is different from the usual Combobox, from the how do you call it, specific Combobox. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, man, no problem. Kinesis Advantage, by the way, is kind of cool keyboard. I'm having this like very old Microsoft 4000 ergonomic, and well, yeah, ergonomic keyboards are kind of cool, I think. I was going to buy myself some sort of this cool keyboard, like maybe even Kinesis, but I think it kind of costs quite a bit. I'm just too greedy to spend this sort of money on the keyboard. so abstract Combobox, whatever it means. Ergodox, yeah, I have this like the list of the possible candidates, but I don't know. Right now I'm kinda okay with my old Microsoft 4000. It's kinda all messy and dirty and kinda worn out, but yeah, anyway, it still works, so I'm kinda stuck with that. I wonder how many is Ergodox. Incredible mechanic keyboard. Yeah, it's also mechanical, which is quite nice because this Microsoft ergonomic of mine, it is kinda, how do you call it? It is not mechanical. It's kinda the usual this plastic wrap. PCB clone, yeah. I've also seen that keyboards which you have to build yourself. And actually, when I was like in high school, I was using some, well, doing some stuff with solder and well, with some electronics. But right now, I think like how many years? Like 15 years has passed, so I haven't held this in my hands like for 15 years. So I don't think I will be good with that. So yeah, I was wondering how many that costs. Where is the why? What? Yeah, buy now. Suppose I want to buy that now. Oh, you can even choose the switch. So say I want cherry mix brown. So yeah. 300 bucks, man, that's a lot for keyboard, for me at least. Yeah, the membrane is the word, you're right. And well, the thing with these mechanical, these two-part keyboards is that this extra block is kinda, well, I don't know, it's kinda not where you expect it to be. Solder the clone, yeah, to build it itself is like the genius way to solve that. I mean, you always can make what you actually want. Yeah, that probably can be the path I will take at some point. Alright, so I was at abstract Combobox. So the next one is contextual, which is I don't know what it is. Kinesis uses cherry switches. Interesting. Which ones? I mean, which color? This area utilizes your thumbs. Yeah, I kinda can see that, but it means also that you will have to relearn your, like, how do you call it, mechanical memory. So I don't know. Might take long. Okay, contextual. I wonder what that means. Alright, do I have any enums missing? Okay, image, symbol type. No, I think I'm all good. Alright. So, contextual tooltip. Brown or red, no blue option. Oh yeah, brown, I think brown would be my choice for that. I have somewhere on my, how do you call it? Well, somewhere in my trunk, I guess, I have this old keyboard, which is, how is that called? Man, I even forgot. I also have this other keyboard, also somewhere in my trunk, the DAS keyboard, which is without the letters and all of the mechanical and loud and clicky. It was kind of fun to use it for several days, but then I just stopped using it. No, about the Common Lisp as my primary job, unfortunately, nope. I'm programming the Python for my primary full-time job. And the thing is, after I actually learned the Lisp family, I've learned some scheme and Common Lisp. I actually noticed how much Python is kinda borrowing from Lisps. Like even the concept of variables and semantic of variables, you can see in Python there is the exception which is called unbound local error, and even the word unbound, it is not quite much used in Python world, but this word in this exception actually goes from the term in Lisp from bindings in let clauses, etc. So yeah, and even in Python there are these keyword arguments and default arguments and all of that stuff, and I think all of that was taken from Common Lisp actually, because well, Python emerged in what, in 1988 I reckon, and Common Lisp existed for like half a decade before that, I think. So yeah, I think Guida borrowed some ideas from Lisp's for his language. Alright, so contextual, whatever that is. Oh yeah, I've already done that. So the next one is tooltip. Oh, there are some varargs function. I don't want those. I just want the usual ones. Oops. But my computer is so slow. It's even a blessing I've bought myself some operative memory. So now I have like what, 16 gigabytes. I had 8 before, and it wasn't enough for some games, actually, for Path of Exile to be precise. So yeah, I had to go to this spending and spend like what, 10 bucks on 2 chips of memory. Yeah. Okay, so tip. Right, now the menu. Alright, so if there are some any structures or nums, no, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm all good here. So menu, now style. Yeah, that's the thing I wanted to test, because well, the generic style of Nuclea, I mean the default style, is kind of very bleak and very gray and not nice. I wanted to, yeah, add some style. Okay, so what do we have here? We have some enums, just usual ones. I'm gonna just copy those. In the beginning of my file here. Yep. And then the functions. All right. Here we go. Oops. Yeah, so all of the enums I've copied before. MK user font, I think it can be just a pointer, and then yeah, I'm all good here, I think. So the next one is color. Okay. yeah, and also these functions do return C structures by value, and that's also a problem with CFFI. Well, it is kind of solved problem, but still you have to do some things to actually, oops, you have to actually do some stuff to make it. Oh, I also copied image. Yeah, okay, no problem. So yeah, this one's so the problem is that you have to load some another version of CFFI library into your LISP image, and then you have to redistribute libFFI library with your application. That's painful, but anyway, the CL liballegro, which is binding to Allegro for Common Lisp, also uses this stuff, because, well, Allegro also passes structs by value at some places, so that's not a big problem for me, because, well, this library I'm doing right now, it depends on CL liballegro, obviously, so yeah, no problem there. Okay, oh, what is that? How is that? Is that some comment? How do I? I'm not quite. Oh yeah, I'm here. Color. So yeah, color commercial nuclear user. All right, so that's a command. I can remove that. Right. Here we go. I'm gonna work out image a bit later. Alright, so do I have to define some nums of structures here for the color functions? Okay, mk color f, I think I need that. Yeah, I missed f2. Maybe I already have that. No, I don't. Okay, mk color f. That one. Oops. Yeah, right after mk color. So, oh, it also does not really. Oh yeah, it does differ. Send me a whisper. Hopefully you have them open. I wonder where it is in Discord or in Twitch. The thing is, I'm restreaming through the service, which is called restream.io. So I think I'm gonna just quickly go to Twitch and see a whisper. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Just 1 second. Looking for whisper, send to CV. Oh, I think I might be interested. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm gonna do that later, maybe after the stream, or maybe tomorrow. Right, where was I? MK color F. Color F. Yeah, so some structures I might be missing. Yeah, so I think I have MK byte. It is like type def to whatever char or unsigned char. Again, MK color F. Yeah, struct. Struct. I do have MK color. Yeah, I think I'm all set here. Alright, come on, stop being slow. Right, I think I should have left the mark. Or, yeah, nope. Yeah, here. So after color, there's image. Oh, and By the way, I think I already had image before. I think I recall that image search image. Come on. Image. I don't think I actually have this block there. Select image. No, that's not that. Come on, stop being slow, Emacs. Contextual, yeah, I don't have image yet. So then Alright, this is, I think this will end quite quickly. So right now I'm at image. There are some areas, yeah, I'm close to an end. Alright, so for image and key handle, I think I do have this somewhere. Yeah, just void star. Okay, no problem. And key image, I think it will work just as a pointer. I don't need to delve into that. And again, key rect. I do have NK rect, right? Oh, I don't have NK rect structure. Oh yeah, here it is. I think there's time for some fast carbohydrates. I love those. Okay, image. So for image I have all set. I think I'm gonna just quick load this stuff to test if this still works. Yeah, it still works. Now image. After image there is math. And yeah, the thing here is that maybe I don't need some of those. No, I definitely need more hash because Common Lisp does not have this out of the box. So I think I'm gonna just go with all of those. So math. NK vector, NK rect. I have those. Yeah, I have those. Quote, blah. Yeah. Okay. So that's math. Oh, num-nk heading and also nk hash. I don't have this defined. Nk hash, nk read. Yeah, makes sense. So this should be here. Oh no, the wrong order. Come on. Okay, hash, okay, flex. Right. So NK heading. So what is NK heading? Oh yeah, it's just a simple enum. So I'm gonna copy that. Right, now everything is good. So after math I have I forgot to set the bookmark again. So string. I think I definitely don't need those. So what do they have? strlen, strcmp, str2i. What does 2i do? I think converts to integer, to f, to d. So I definitely don't need those. There are their counterparts in Common Lisp. So strfilter by rejects. That's interesting. Okay, much file string, much file text. So this one could come in handy. And I wonder, why do they have this? Yeah, that's just the obvious trivial implementation. Why do they need that? Just to have this extra null pointer check. Then this to I, to D, whatever, CMP, Like, why do they need to re-implement that? Yeah, that's interesting. Star match here, so the regular expression. Yeah, this one could come in handy. So the starlen implementation is trivial. I'm gonna just look at that again. Yep, that's trivial. So I'm gonna just copy just some of those, not all of them. So I'm gonna just go with these three. Yep. Okay, text, blah blah blah, pattern, string. So yeah, UTF-8. Do I have to have those? I reckon I'm trying to remember what are facilities in Common Lisp for working with UTF-8 strings. I just quickly Google. Google. There was some article, or how do you call it, a page, yeah, in Common Lisp Combobox. That's the old version, but anyway. So do they have something about UTF? Yeah. That's it. Okay. Implementation separate Unicode. List my feature character to sets. Yeah. Character, base character. Yeah. Blah blah blah. That's relevant for Unicode. This is relevant implementation internal functional ranks. Looking for blah 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 blah. Why is the version not good as an implementation? Blah 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 blah. General select solution not. Okay, I'm gonna just add it just for the sake of completeness. Those Unicode functions. So I'm using this here, so special build times Unicode by default. Build function from the feature, double system support. Blah 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 blah. Okay, yeah. Just for the sake of completeness, I'm gonna add those three functions. That's gonna be easy anyway. Alright. Oops. So the next block is font. Okay. That's gonna be a lot, I think. That's the large documentation, and yeah, here we go. Let's check. Oh yeah, come on, stop being slow. Get text with F. Query from with F. Some callbacks. So I don't have those defined, but anyway, I don't need even those structures, I think. User font glyph, user font, user data. Yeah, I don't think I need those. Font baking. I also disabled font baking in my build for nuclear, so I'm gonna just skip that. Wow, that's a lot. Oh, and does that if that stopped? So if I'm using current So this means that if I haven't defined this C define, then all of those functions would be missing from my binary. I'm gonna just check my binary. So I have this library built, this one nuclear. So how do I look for symbols? Rightness and then -d. Is it though? Yeah, it is. So here are all of the functions that got compiled. So I wanna test if some functions are there. Like for instance this nk font atlas. nk font. Oh, nk font. Okay, so these functions are missing from my library I've built with my flags. Yeah, I'm using Common Lisp and the compiler called SBCL, still blank Common Lisp. I was trying, my first attempt at this Diablo 2 clone was to use some scheme, actually Racket. I was using Racket, which also is dialect of scheme. And I've even released some version of the game on itch.io, but it wasn't very good. Well, particularly because of a lot of bugs I have left there, because I've just written that first version in 1 week. And it also was quite slow. I was not very happy with Racket performance. So I went to the Common Lisp land and, well, I found this fascinating because Common Lisp is at the same time very high level and low level in like one package. So yeah, I found this language like awesome, and I just love that. So you can, at the same time, you can define very high level concepts in your code, like to the extent that you can define your own languages and write some sort of DSL, the domain specific language. But at the same time, you can have you can at any point just delve down into the assembler level, and you can just see what machine instructions are your code is compiled into, and then just do some tricks with that and try and optimize that, etc. So yeah, I find this fascinating. I think the Common Lisp is like C++, but it does not, well, I mean feature-wise, but when programming in Common Lisp compared to C++, you don't want to like scoop your eyes with the spoon, because, well, have you seen the C++ code lately? It's just GC, well, yeah, GC sometimes it can be a problem, but, well, for some implementations like SBCL, which exists basically if you sum all of the time, like for what, a decade or 2 decades, yeah, actually 2 decades, and then before that it was SBCL actually is fork of some other compiler. So in total, I think some code in SBCL exists like for 30 years, which is almost as old as I am. And so what I want to say, the GC, at least in SBCL, is quite performant. Actually, I found it quite performant. There are, well, some languages like Go, which also have a garbage collector, and, well, they are considered fast. So, well, I myself consider Common Lisp fast. So yeah, lacking library support can be a problem, but then again, you always can write this support by yourself, like I'm doing right now. and it's not even that painful. I mean, it's tedious, but it takes some time, but it is doable. So yeah, where was I? Yeah, so all of those font functions, I don't actually need them, I think. Oh, give me a sec. So actually I think I should have this one at least, because it is... Oh, no. There was some... Yeah, this defined, so I have this not defined, so I'm gonna just go here and go with... yeah, thanks. So I'm gonna go with memory buffer. Yeah, and the thing about SBCL is that after 30 years, it's kind of, how do you say it? It's very mature level software. Am I pronouncing it right? Mature. I mean, as opposed to how do you call it? Childish. Well, English is not my native, as you can obviously see. So yeah, I have this glitches. What the heck is memory buffer, and do I actually need it? Yes, I'm gonna have to read the documentation. Basic double buffer, linear allocation, blah 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 blah. The buffer's main purpose is to control all memory management. So we deal with memory control as much possible on hand. Mature. Okay, thanks. Mature. Mature. Yeah, so I think I was pronouncing that right. Okay, so memory control is possible on the hand of the user. Blah 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 blah. Memory provide the user three different ways. Can I just go with the default one? First one, most control is just passing a fixed size memory block. In this case, all control lies in the hand of the user, blah 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 blah, for memory, blah blah blah. Of course, using a fixed size up removes the ability to manipulate the size, the buffer is nothing blah 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 blah. Don't think about how much to allocate, blah blah blah. The easiest way is used by include defined default allocator, which I did, which uses the standard library memory allocation functions, malloc and free, and takes over complete control of the memory in this library. So, is there some defines? Yeah, I definitely need this one, I think. Or do I? Buffer in default. Buffer in... No, I don't have this one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just omit that and just leave the library with default allocator. Buffer init, fix mark 3, yeah, whatever. The string again. Basic string, string buffer, which is only used in context of the text editor to manage and manipulate dynamic or fixed size string content. This is not the default string handle method. In an instance, you should have happy to interact with an mkTextEdit object inside of the copy and paste functions, and even there only for more advanced cases. Okay. Standard default. Oh, it has the buffer as the part of the structure. So if I'm interacting with mkTextEdit inside of the copy and paste functions, and even there only for more advanced cases. So I think I'm gonna just omit those for now. If the need arises, I will add those later. String buffer. Okay, so text editor. I think I can use that in the actual game by making the read-only text editors that can just show some lower texts. Maybe, I'm not sure. Alright, edit the state count. Okay, I think I'm gonna need those. Some sort of constants. And then, do we need all of those structures? Okay, I'm gonna just look at the functions. There's not much of those functions. Yeah, I do have this defined, so I'm gonna need this. Okay, so I'm gonna just copy and look at those. Okay, filter. Okay, text edit. So I think I'm gonna just go with pointer. Okay, text edit. Filters, color, cursor, note. Active fading. Yeah, probably I'm gonna just leave it as a pointer for now. Alright, so I think I have MK room defined somewhere. Yeah, here it is, MK room. So, alright, so I do have this defined. Okay. MK text edit. MK allocator. Oh. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna just comment that for now. Text. Or maybe just go with the. Well, I don't think I have MK allocator stuff. Do I? So, alright, MK allocator. Yeah, I don't. That's the other buffer init. Okay. Where do you actually get? Oh, here it is. Plugin log, plugin free. Oh, so that's the interface to make your own memory management. Yeah, that's kind of too advanced. But still, I will leave it there to be. MK text edit, so yeah, that's just a printer. So I think I'm all set here. So yeah, text editor, drawing. Okay, so I reckon this one is actually the way to integrate with other rendering libraries like SDL or Allegro or whatever. Or maybe not. Oh yeah, the common buffer. I'm gonna quickly look at the code of this integration thing. Oh, that's a lot. I can't look at it quickly. Okay, so MK stroke line, for instance, on this one. No, it's not used here. But it uses MK common buffer. It should comment buffer. No, it does not. It's interesting. Okay. What is the purpose of all of those functions? So they use some sort of command buffer. This library was designed to run backend agnostic. Yeah, that's the point. I do not draw anything to instead draw shapes, vegetation, made of bucket and commander, and make up a combat queue. Train the fulfill the command buffer will draw comments and then to be executed by the user and his own render backend. Suppose the command buffer must be started, it's probably important to know what is the main Golan API and the optional vertex buffer API only making this format when converts it into a accessible format. Use the command queue to draw your own widgets you can access. The command buffer which window by calling get canvas has first hand called nkBegin. Okay, nkBegin, and then what? Blah blah blah, row dynamic, and then draw red rectangle widget. Okay, and we have canvas or input using canvas. nkWidget, which is called state for some reason. State equals widget from the data read by user input. Fill rect canvas. Okay, so this is like to make low level drawing, but then like insert it into the draw commands of the nuclear itself. I think maybe these could come in handy actually if I have this function in my interface. Yeah, of course. Window get canvas. Window get canvas. Yeah, I do have this. So yeah, I think I'm gonna add those functions. There's not so much of them. So drawing. Alright, okay, API. So I'm gonna remove this again in one go. Yeah, and okay, where is my gosh, my Emacs is so slow. Could it be that I have defined nk command buffer somewhere? No, I haven't. So why it is not underlined like this one's? Oh, no. Weird. Okay. Okay, command custom callback. Yeah, I think this this is actually a callback, and CFFI, I mean Swig, will make it a pointer for me. So that's okay. So I think I'm all set here. Probably. Okay, drawing now input. Oh, and that's also almost the last element in my list of to do. Okay. So I'm gonna start with functions. Here. Okay. So struct nk input. Blah blah. Where it is? Yeah, here it is. nk input. nk keyboard and key mouse, and then nk keyboard keys. Text one. Yeah, I don't think I have to have all of those in my binding. Because, well, all of this information actually available in Allegro, obviously. So, what do these functions do? Input has mouse click, input has mouse click, direct, down direct, Yeah, I think all of those are kind of redundant because I can do all these functions do with a library. But anyway, I'm gonna just leave it here for the sake of completeness. Okay, so I don't have the draw list because I don't have this defined key include vertex buffer. Yeah. So GUI, what does that mean? I mean, I know what the abbreviation is, but what do these functions do? What structs? MK style item image, MK style item color, MK style item height. Okay. Okay, MK style item. That's interesting. Okay. Oops. So after finishing with this, I'm gonna just check the demo of the panel. What is the panel then? Oh, there's even no any public functions. Okay, I'm gonna just search for NK API now. Okay, so I think I'm all done. So I've copied all of the relevant functions from nucleo.h to my interface.i. So yeah, and that's just a little bit over 600 lines. Nice. Which means it is like several hundred of the functions in Nucleo itself. I mean, at least those that are callable from my library binding. Okay, so I will have to get all of those and copy them to my package.lisp. Wow, that's a lot. Where is my marker? Did I miss that? Or is it just a lot of functions? Oh yeah, here it is. Here we go. So after the properties, right? Yeah, after the properties, and then there's... Oh, I think I missed something. Or did I? Slider, progress bar, color picker, properties. No, slider bar, color picker, properties. Then text edit. Yeah, all set. Okay. So, first of all, the comments. Wow, that's a lot of functions here. So that's what, 247. Nice. So first of all, the comments. Alright, now probably I just need to replace or just remove struct because my Emacs macro only works for one word in function type, so I don't need all of those struct and kcolor or struct whatever. So I'm gonna just replace that with nothing. Just struct with nothing. Here we go. And now I can apply my macro. Yay. Yeah, that's kind of mechanical. Oops. What? Oh, somehow I lost my macro. Oh, here we go. Come on. What happened? That's weird. Oh, now I think my macro does not work quite right. Yeah, it does not, because there is extra space here before the struct stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna just quickly fix that by hand. I'm just too lazy to be smart here right now. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. Weird. What does it mean that there is no previous macro? I was just executing that. Okay. Oh, no, stop, no. Oh, no. Oh, I think the symbol rect will be exported here like 2 times. Oh yeah, that's a problem. So I have math here, and here's the function mkrect. No, that's some weird function. It just makes mkrect out of the elements. I can safely do that on LISP side. And also I think the same here for vec2. So I think I'm gonna just remove that too. Yep, I think that's right. So here I don't need vec2 and rect. Yay. Oops, nope. My Emacs macro gone rogue. Only comment here. Oops, again. Almost done. So now I'm gonna insert the proper elevation. Man, that's a lot. And now just the sharp sign. Okay. Sharp sign with the column. Make it symbols. I mean uninterned symbols. Oops, nope. What just happened? Okay. also forgot to replace the snake case with the kebab case. I'm just gonna quickly do that a moment later. Oh, no sandwich. So I think I'm like in the half, oops, in half of those functions right now. Oh, that's again sandwich here. Weird. For Lord's sake. Why are you doing this to me, Max? Okay. So I think it's kinda complete actually. Oh yeah, the kebab case. So it starts where? It starts like here in text edit and ends just here. So I'm gonna replace the line with dash. Blah blah. Okay, now it should be complete. Quick load that. Yeah, it even quick loads without an errors. That's a relief. Okay, so I'm gonna just test all of that stuff by extending my example. So the example here, no, not here, like here. It has some extra functions that draws some extra windows, like this one, overview, and then calculator, and then node editor. So they are all from some other C files, like these ones. So calculator, node editor, overview, and then style. Okay, so I'm gonna see those here in demo. Okay, so let's see at style. Oh, so that is how you make a style in Nuclea. Man, that's painful. I mean, you gotta have all of the colors and then write manually all of them. But yeah, well, Nuclea is like a tiny library, and that's one of its selling points, that it's like a tiny header only, a little quick library. Okay, I'm gonna get back to that later. So now we have these three things. Let's see a calculator. Alright. What's node editor? Node editor just shows implementation methods to process and achieve in this library. Blah 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 blah. Custom content, maintain different connectors to connectors in the right position of the protocol that it links. Done out of laziness. Yeah, nice. So what do we have here? Oh, we have here a lot of stuff. So I presume it is some sort of tree-like structure, maybe, and then it is displayed. Okay, let's see in overview. I think that is the biggest one. Alright, from menu, another menu, about, man, that's quite a lot. Major push, combo, blah 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 blah. Okay, I think I maybe will start with calculator, because it's quite a lot. But then again, overview is it kinda includes all of the widgets that Nuclea has. Alright. Right, what kinds of widgets have calculator? Let's see, so it's NK begin, NK layout, edit string. Yeah, I haven't tested that. So button label, right, button text, and that's basically it. Okay, I'm gonna just quickly implement that. So that's gonna be a different function. Later. I think I'm gonna open that in my another monitor. So I will just look there, or maybe just even open that. Do I have it somewhere? I don't have it here. Oh, I have it right there. So even calculator C. Okay. Alright. So the calculator. Right. It's not that much the code actually. Okay. So I'm gonna just write it right there. So it takes the context with the argument. So the pattern for the booleans are kind of different here. So I'm gonna explicitly check, compare it with 0, and then have it unless here, unless 0p. 0p, okay, calculator, here at 10 related to 150. X 10, right 10, 180, and 250. Oh, okay. And this flex, I have this little helper function flex, which just makes basically a logical OR operation. So okay, flex with a panel flex, so it's window border, oops, window border. Okay, I'm just there. The border, then no scroll bar. No scroll bar. And then move. Alright. So here we go. Oh, that's a lot of static variables. So I think the closest thing to the static local variables in C is like def var in LISP. so I can't recall. Can I have def var at not at the top level? Okay, I'm gonna just look. So, blah, blah, blah. So it's a macro. Okay. Blah 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 blah. The first will establish name as dynamic variable. Unconditional blah 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 blah. If blah 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 documentation blah 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 normally appear as a top level form, but it is meaningful for them to appear as non-top level forms. However, the compile time side effects described below only take place when they appear as top level forms. The compile time side effects. What are those? Oh. Okay, I'm gonna just use that as the non-top level form. So what do we have there? Oh, and also there's the question of setting the new value. So the parameter unconditionally assigns the initial value. Def var, by contrast, assigns initial value to the dynamic variable named name only if name is not already bound. Yeah, that's exactly what I need. So set to 0. I wonder if I can have several bindings. But yeah, I can't. I have just only one. Okay. So set hope numbers. Oops, that's a string. So oops. This one. A and B, double, B, current pointer to A, pointer. Okay, I'm gonna just work it out later. Alright, so I mirror, so mirror. What is actually happening here? Okay, calculator, obvious. So, why is the curly brace here? That's weird. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, so sign so. So what? Oh, wait a second. What happens with I later some loops? Okay, I'm gonna just go with function calls. So we're calling okay from dynamic. Okay, we from dynamic with 35 and 1. I reckon some of those are floating point. Yeah, the first one is float. The first argument, I mean the second 35, and then the second one is one integer. Okay, so of that, okay, some sort of sm printf, and k edit string. Oh, I see. We have Python some sort of string buffer into that edit string or whatever. Single buffer, field of floats, whatever. Buffer. Can I go to that more again? So what I need here is 0 terminated string and also its length, and for some reason is a pointer with this length. No, that's because we set for some reason the terminating view here, and then we call A to F. Okay, so what happens here is we put some value, this current value, into this string representation, and then get something out of edit string. Okay, I think I see. Oh, we just, yeah, so the current goes in this current variable, and it goes out afterwards. Okay, so I got that. Okay, what can I have? Like, okay, edit string. Okay, edit string 0 terminated. Yeah, maybe I should use that one, because, well, the strings that go from CFFI in Common Lisp are obviously 0 terminated. So, what are the arguments here? Arc1, arc0, arc1, buffer, max, arc4. Okay, I will just look at the function itself. So here, okay, edit string. Then the len max. Okay, and the next one is 0 terminated. Yeah, here it is. So this just adds the 0 terminator manually. Yeah, okay. Okay, edit string, so I'm gonna use that. So it has this context flex, so everything basically except length. Yeah. Okay. So X, then okay, edit simple. Do I have something like that? Okay, edit simple, or maybe plus. Just okay, I'm gonna just look at interface.lisp. So edit simple. Edit simple. Here we go. It should be here. So how it will actually look? I'm gonna just call that. Edit simple. Yeah. Okay. Just a keyword. Right. I think this will do. Edit simple. Yeah. So what are the next arguments? Edit simple, buffer, len. Okay, so I don't have len. I just have the buffer. So I should have some CFFI string. So for this, I'm gonna use. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call CFFI foreign string or something. Foreign string. Alright, foreign string or lock. Or lock. So yeah, maybe I should use this macro with foreign string. Yeah, nice. So the second one, string first, string. Can it be like variable string, or should it be constant string, a LISP string? Okay, let's see. Foreign string. So, of course, from CFFI for the string. What's it called here? Buffer. Okay, let's go with buffer. So it is like string representation with 2 points of this current thing. Okay, how do we manipulate this current? Current equals A, current equals float. Oh, okay. Current equals blah blah blah. Current equals B, current equals B. Okay, how do I translate this pointer crap Common Lisp? I should somehow have some like designation of which is actually current, sorry, right now. So current. So maybe a symbol will do. So initially it is A. So if I go with a symbol, I can call eval on it, and I think. So let's see if I have some A variable. Yeah, I'm gonna just go with def parameter. Def parameter A with what? With value of whatever 42. And then if I have a symbol A, if I call eval on that, what do you? Oh yeah, A with the earmuffs. Here we go, it works. Okay, next. So I can just have this current evaluated and then format it with 2 decimal points like this. Okay, cool. So a simple buffer. So now I have the buffer, and then when I don't have one, maximum of 255. It's not really necessary, I think. Oh, I think this with foreign string macro actually allocates the exact amount of bytes that is required. And maybe I don't need that. Maybe I need a bit more. Foreign string lock here. LISP string args. Foreign string alloc. Size. Oh yeah, size var. You can have a size. Var on option octet size var. Yeah, here we go. Octet size var. Bindings. Var of vars. Okay. So will this work? Instead of buffer, I'm going to just have buffer of 256 bytes. I think this should do. Probably 156, yeah, 155. One for the zero terminator, so here we go. 155 and key filter float. What? And key filter float. Oh, I have this. Okay. Oh, this requires a function pointer. That could be a problem. But okay, I'm gonna just test it like this. And then after this call in the buffer, we have the thing that we should put into the current again. So how do I do that? Oh, actually I have to set F, but then that's gonna be tricky. That's gonna have to have some eval trickery. So I'm gonna eval set to A, to current, and then the actual value, which is from buffer or whatever. So like this, I think. Yeah. So in current, yeah, we should convert this buffer, this string buffer, to the floating point again. So how do I convert? I kind of forgot in Combobox. So Combobox cookbook to the rescue. So points, blah blah blah, reading numbers from strings. Here we go. Parse float. Oh, float library, but that's external library. Okay. Parse float. Okay. will it work with just like that? Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna also have to quick load parse float here, and then just use it here. So set up to parse float buffer. Yeah, and that's it. So yeah, that was kind of easy. Okay, I'm gonna test whether it works just by putting here nkend and just calling it nkend cpx. Yeah, and that's it. Okay. And so I need to call that like here. Okay. With cpx also. Okay, and I'm gonna just try, cross my fingers and run it. Oh, what is my key bindy? I forgot. Space on SP. Yeah. Come on. Nope, something went wrong. Local baggage file that globally declaring set special while. Wait, what? Lock violated when globally declaring set special. Oh. Calculator. No, I can set. Oh, I see. The set is kinda reserved, right? So if I just comment it here and try again. No, still something wrong. What now? Form of link and the extension word. Okay, there's something wrong with my invocation of my macro with foreign string, I think. Yeah. So function mode, blah blah blah. Protect and buffer shift 5 string out. No. The problem is I think I got wrong this thing with octet size var. How I can actually use that string? I think I was here. Yeah, I was here. Maybe some examples. Strings. Oh, my eyes. Okay. From string to LISP. Foreign string. Okay, maybe I will just read the macro source and figure it out. So, var of vars, visual list, instruction bind, var optional sidebar. Why it is not working then? Why sidebar? Var is not valid and should be a list of the form var optional outside var or just var symbol. Var optional outside var. Var is bound to a whole string, blah blah blah, as specified, then bind the C buffer size and the possible move terminator. Weird, that's weird. How do I make it? Do I just put the optional here? Like this? No. I will just try and follow that. Oh, wrong again. String, Silent the list. Between 1 and 2 expected. Well, it is like 2 elements, buffer and 2, 5, 6. What is 1 here? And there, definition. What do you mean definition? Vars is not a list of symbols. Oh, like this should be a symbol then? This size var. Oh, the size var, it should be a symbol. I think. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna load the whole buffer again, and come on, no, still not working. And by the way, I have all of these extra windows. The variable filter float is on button. Yeah, okay. So it's this now. Filter float. Do I have it in packages? Filter float. Yeah, I do have it here. So how it? Oh, no. So how it can be not bound? Okay. Maybe in interface.lisp is filter float. Oh, yeah, here we go. So it is here. So if I call that filter float, yeah, all this. So how can it be unbound? Maybe the idea here is that, yeah, I actually should pass a function here and use CFFI stuff for that. Okay, I'm gonna restart my list because these windows, yeah, they kinda stick here. Okay, so what I need here is the CFFI fallback. Not this CFFI. My eyes. Okay, so come back to symbol. I wonder if I can just use a simple function as the callback. So callback, get callback. The definition. Okay, I was here. So get callback, single callback. This has a callback macro. Returns a pointer to the callback named by symbol. Now I should define callback in some way. Okay, so I'm gonna just define callback here. So see if I callback. Come on. Oh, I haven't loaded this stuff here. Okay, so I'm gonna just decode the declare level. Okay, and so that my this stuff works like this one. Okay, let's see callback. Yeah, the callback with the name like filter float. And okay, what are the arguments there for filter float? The float pointer and unsigned int. So what is the syntax again for def callback? Callbacks, def callback. So the syntax is, yeah, return value first. What is the return value for that? LISP. Return value is int. So int and then arguments. So like, what are those? Yeah, maybe I will look just in nuclear. What are those arguments? So come on, filter float. Struct text edit and key rune. Wow. So edit pointer and rune. What should be the rune? So the rune is unsigned int. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, and I'm just calling here nk filter float with these arguments. Alright, so now I can use it here. Shift filter float. Here we go. What? Yeah. So I'm gonna just evaluate all of the buffer. And come on, work. No, something wrong. Okay, it is simple another fact. Oh yeah, that's easy. I should convert this enum to its numeric value. So, what was the function again? Like foreign something, convert to foreign. No, the other way. I reckon I was using it somehow. Come on, no, I was using that. Maybe I can just call my helper function flex. Okay, flex, and these flex are okay. Edit shrink. So edit shrink, and the argument is unsigned. Yeah, of course it is unsigned int. Face that I. So edit shrink and key flex. Okay, that's now just weird. Edit, what was the flag? Edit simple. Edit simple. NK edit types. Okay. So NK edit types. Oh. So how does that actually work? No, I definitely should call here CFFI function something like foreign enum. Yeah, foreign enum value. Here it is. And I was using it here somewhere. No, I wasn't. Okay, foreign enum value. What are the arguments? Type, keyword. Okay, type and keyword. So like something like that. Type. I think. Okay. Nope, not working. Unknown CFFI type. Okay, let's see how that is defined. So edit types. Edit types one name. Okay. Oh, maybe I just didn't export that. Yeah, I forgot the structures. I forgot to export my structures. Okay. So I think I'm gonna just export those. Yeah, and by the way, I think I can use here my helper nkflex because .lisp. Because what it does, yeah, it actually just calls for the enum value and just calls lock IR on all of those elements. Okay, so I just need to add missing enums into my package .lisp somewhere here. Yeah, that's just too little of them. Let's go here. So these are just type defs for Swig to function properly. So here we go, false and true, then back to, oh yeah, then all of those things. Okay. So after false and true, we have nk color. Oh, no. Color. Then color f. Then back to nref, which I already have. Then glyph. Then handle. Then image, then scroll. Okay. Alright, so after scroll I have, yeah, I have those. That's awkward. That's quite awkward. So I'm gonna replace those two kind of kebab keys, and now here in button here, yeah, I think something, oops, something like that. Type. Okay, now symbol type. Symbol type and key keys, I already have those. Symbol type, keys, then buttons, right, then this one's club states, show states, layout format, tree type, yeah, I have all those fixed. Then panel flex, and then all of those enums that I am missing. Okay, I'm gonna just copy like that. Oh boy, that's a lot. Flex, edit types, edit events, style colors, and then style cursor. Yeah, and I think I don't need those here. Why I even have them defined? Okay, I think I'm done here. So I'm gonna just, come on, just stop being so slow. Alright, so I'm gonna just edit those maps. Okay, it is time for Emacs macro. So, oops, yeah, okay, I'm recording. Do I? Yeah, okay. So Emacs macro, I'm gonna have this, and then this, and then like this. Yep. Yay. Alright. Oh, and I also need to convert the case again from snake case to kebab case. Here we go. So, will it quick load now? Yep, it does. Nice. So now I think I can run my calculator example. I think it should work. No, it does not. Okay, announce if I type. Yeah, I still haven't fixed that. Announce if I type. Okay, edit types. Will it work like that? Variable edit types. What is your freaking problem? So edit types. Yeah, I have edit types, and I should have those in package.lisp. Edit types. Yeah, I have those. That's the freaking problem. Edit types. Yeah, okay. We'll just restart and try and run it again. Come on. Nope. What happened now? Edit types is unbound. What the heck? How it can be unbound? It should be in that interface.lisp. And here should be something like edit types. Yeah, here we go. So if I call this Lispify, I think I already did that. So let's take Lispify, edit types. Yeah, here we go. It should be in my package. What is wrong with that? Def-cnum. Okay, there's something wrong with def-cnum. Def-cnum. Okay, how that freaking thing works? Oh, it should be symbol then. Okay, God, why am I so stupid? So, symbol. Like this, I think. Nope, still wrong. Edit symbol is not defined as a keyword for them. Really? It is not defined as a keyword. And then how the heck it is defined? Edit types. Here it is. Edit types. Edit simple. Okay, so let's call that. Okay. Edit simple. Why? Oh. Maybe I should also export this symbol from my package Lisp. I'm not sure here. Okay, let's see. USB. Come on. Nope. Any symbol is not defined. What the heck? How? What happens? Jeez. Any types and simple. Okay, so this didn't help. Edit simple. So wait a second. This is a simple thing. A keyword. Okay. Def-cnum. Numbers no. Okay. Maybe it should be uppercase, but that definitely is not the case. Pardon the pun. Yep. How it is not defined as a keyword? What is defined then? Edit types. Okay, yeah, I will go just in reverse. I'm gonna see what is the keyword here. So see if I organ enum keyword of the type nk edit types, the value of Input of 512 with plus. Yeah, of course, sure. Why they're here? How does that happen? Okay, that's the questions. I will not get answers probably. Okay, so it's simple with the plus. Yeah, I'm gonna restart my LISP and just try this out. Okay, something wrong again. Variable buffer is unbound. Where, what, why? Oh, that's because I'm using an eval and it should, yeah, that's a problem. Eval. That's a big problem. Yeah, I was quite too smart here. So I was trying to eval this thing and yeah, from the current dynamic environment. So yeah, the null lexical environment, that's why. So I either should declare it special maybe? Yeah, I think it will make sense. So if I use declare buffer special. So I'm gonna run it now. No, something wrong again. Declare special. Oh yeah, the claim. I always mix those up. Oh, or the problem is that there is the incorrect place to call declare or declaim. Oh no, the buffer is unbound. But I've declared it special. It should be bound to, well, special variable called buffer. Okay, maybe I can somehow work it out without the eval. How okay, how does that work? Declaim blah blah blah, buffer appears as a top level form, blah 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 blah. No, I think I should use declare here, but the context to call declare is wrong. So I reckon there are some limited number of forms in which you can call declare. Yeah, here it is. Current lambda expression or in any other forms listed in the next figure. Okay, so yeah, proc maybe just a proc will do, I think. Or maybe not. Proc. What does it actually do? Previous interpretation. Oh no, that's hard. Okay. So declare proc star do. Okay, maybe just let with no. Oh, maybe just locally. Yeah, this one will fit perfectly, I think. Yep. So, okay, here we go. Oh, I'm just in the debugger. Okay. And it's still not working. What the heck? Okay, I'm gonna restart now. Come on. And try it again. Nope. Okay, it is still unbound and I'm out of ideas, so I think I should somehow make it without an eval. So the thing here is that I want to set a variable that is like pointed to by current, which is like a symbol. So maybe it's just some quick hack will do. Just with checking which it is. Eval, yeah. No harmed. So, could you tell me what Emacs package adds vertical lines when you edit sources? Vertical lines? You mean like this gray line here, or just these lines that show the structure? So the ones that show structure called, I can't remember, so let's see. I reckon it has some, okay, let's see. I'm just gonna fold all of those stuff. This, okay, let's see. Blah 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 blah. Just 1 second, I will remember. Highlight something, I reckon. Yeah, this one, highlight indent guides. So it's called highlight indent guides. I will just paste it to chat. The thing is, with this package, it draws these white lines here which show structure of the code, and not only in Common Lisp, by the way, but in other languages too. But it is kind of glitchy a tiny bit. So for some other packages, like when there is a company suggestion which is too long, it kind of messes the display a tiny bit. It's not like a big glitch, it's just a visual like inconsistency. But yeah, it kind of works. And yeah, for large files it can be a bit slow, well, at least on my ancient machine. So yeah. So where was I? I was trying to somehow set a variable that is as a symbol in other variable. So how can I do that? I can't like out of my head make it easy. So I think I'm gonna just go with a quick hack. I will see maybe if, or maybe, yeah, no problem, mate. So some sort of case, maybe. Just quickly remind myself the syntax. Okay, so I'm gonna case this current variable, and if it is a, then I'm gonna set up a to, okay, and I'm gonna, I think, put this to some variable, so not something like, oops, nope, what happened? Nope, nope, no. Okay, that was weird. Oh, that's line. Alright, so how was called, yeah, this thing here, blah blah blah, buffer. Yeah, it wasn't any variable, it's just a freakish C pointer. Okay, so let's put it to somewhere like value, and put the actual value here, and then I'll set up a to value, and if, yeah, maybe even case, is there a macro called case? Yeah, it is. So case, if a, do that, if b, then set up b. And that's kind of hackish, but it will work. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, here we go. So, okay, now it definitely should work. And it does not. Oh, as the, so some pointer is not a string when binding string. I mean, which one? Oh, parse float. Okay, parse float buffer. Oh, that's the foreign string. So okay, how do I convert foreign string to the normal string, so to speak? Simplify foreign string. Foreign string to LISP. That was easy. So CF5 foreign string to LISP. Here we go. Come on, work. Yay! It works. It kinda, yeah, it does work. And as we can see, there is like this will become a calculator when I finish writing the buttons code. So I can type something here. It kinda works, yeah, nicely. So I wonder what will happen if I put some large number here. I think it's kinda. Oh, if I just put, just press backspace and will not. So it triggers only on button press, not on the button that is held. Yeah, not very nice usability, but yeah, anyway. Oh, it works like that. Oh, and I got some error here. Yeah, of course, the integer or the number is too big to fit into float. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna just finish that sample, that example here. And sometime later I will just upload this library into GitHub or maybe GitLab. So yeah, I think for today I'm done with streaming and coding. So yeah, thanks for watching and come back next Saturday. I will be coding something again. So yeah, take care and goodbye.